Hello.
Evo.
How are you?
I'm very well yourself.
Excellent. You are live now. I want you to explain. Oh, you sent the proposal on the 8th of January.
I said, but by that time I didn't have your email address, so I sent it through to the info and as well as to Ratlo.
Okay, you had not shown me the email. So,
okay.
So talk to us about the Linzito Inspire show.
Oh, okay. So Linzito Inspires is just the name. So Linzito is my nickname, and then Linzito Inspires is what I do. So I
Okay. So go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I've dedicated now my life to inspiring young people, and hence the reason I go by that name, because the minute you read the name or you see it, you automatically know what it's about. So for me, getting that platform would be something great, because now what it does is that into South Africa, and it'll also take it into Africa. And I think the platforms that are currently there, as much as it allows for South Africans to interact, I think the current way, the current commercial way of doing it is quite racist. So it focuses South Africans and then the rest of the continent for themselves. So I think if I can get the show, that would be my main aim, to try and foster relationships, inter-country relationships, if I can, for lack of a better word.
Okay. So if you have been following the shows,
yeah.
Have you been following on the 1873 platform?
Yeah, I've watched a few, and then I've also been on your website.
Okay.
On your Facebook.
So what is it that you take home from that? What do you think the station is all about?
Yeah. So for me, I love the fact that the station goes with it's in line with the name. Because for those also who don't know, that 1873 was the year when there was no borders, and I think that's what the show, that's what the station does very well, and that has inspired me to also not limit what I do to South Africa, as is the case with my Yali duties. So with my Yali duties, I represent Southern Africa, which are the 14 countries, and not only South Africa. And I think
it says brief summary is a platform to engage the youth.
Yes, on critical issues. So
okay.
Also what I love and then it'll come up at a worse time. So I think it's for us as young people to now start.
Just hold on. Prince, how are you? Pretty good. I've not. We have not been captured by Trump yet. Not. We are the capturers.
And I think that's where we're going wrong as young people, because as young people, we also need to know what young people are doing in Angola, what young people are doing in Kenya, and so forth. And we don't get that opportunity. So so far from being on commercial television and radio stations, I do feel that 1873 is the closest or the platform that's already on of connecting young people from the various African countries.
Not only do I appreciate Mr. Mawari for calling me, but you're exactly who we've been looking for. We're looking for that new mind that is resurrected beyond the color of the skin, but the content of the character for the new world that we are building. You know, my platform is called Better World. And when I heard Mr. Muwari a year ago, and we were talking, I was in Israel at the time when he called me, and he and I have been together since then, but we were together before then. And now that I'm hearing from you, what I'd like to do, if you would text me your regular telephone number, Muwari would text it to me, we can have a conference call, and then I can connect you to a platform in America as well, because I'm building a group of men and women across the world as well with Muwari, because I'm part of the 1873 platform as well. And I'm his representative in the United States right now. And I'm from Obama land, and I know Obama very well. So we got a lot to talk about. And I look forward to seeing you when I come to South Africa. But before that, I want to be able to talk to you telephonically so we can lay out a strategy to expand what we're talking about.
Yes, 100%. And I'd love to work with you as well. Thank you for those views. And what I also like.
So, Brother Muwari, please send me his phone number right away.
Yeah, I will send you right away.
Okay. I don't want the WhatsApp number. I want the regular number so we can talk.
That's right. I'll send the contact, his contact address and his number, so that you can then get hold of him.
Perfect. And I want to get hold of you at the same time.
Yeah.
So that you can hear what we're saying and talking about, and then you, being the chief, will organize us as to what the next step is. Okay?
Perfect.
Thank you, Warren.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Now you are back, so you can talk to the proposal. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, like I was saying, that proposal focuses on Africa, and I do feel that I might not be the biggest name yet, but I'm going there, and that's for sure. So I don't want to go up alone. I want to go up with other young people around me, because there's a quote that says, "It is not lonely at the top if you take enough other people with you." So that is my thing. I'm pulling everybody with me that's willing to work and then that's willing to make a difference. So I think with the show it will be the best thing. I mean, already there's no guarantee of a show, and I've been hooked up with Prince. And not only that, I've also started in terms of diaspora in America with the reading initiative that I do. So I do engage with youngsters from Denver in Colorado who are pushing every weekend. They have like a book flea market where they sell books. They try and get people to read, which is also the same thing that I'm trying to do to just decrease the horrible percentages of illiteracy in the country, starting in South Africa and then moving outward. So yeah, that's basically what the proposal seeks to achieve. It's to spread the message and not just keep it one side.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if we look at the proposal, you're targeting it for the youth.
It's targeted at the youth. So obviously, and with you being a seasoned entrepreneur, Mr. Moira, you know yourself also, we target the people that need it, but those who don't form part of the target market, they can then also form part of it.
Okay, just hold on. Hello. Yeah, I got Wildfire, the station manager, on the line.
Yes, Linzito, how are you doing?
I'm well, Lindsay, this side. How are you doing?
Not too bad, eh?
Okay, yeah, that's all. So I
was actually typing a comment to say why focus only on the youths.
So my thing is, I think my focus being on the youth is that if we don't fix the mindset of the young people now, in the next decade or two, we're going to have a big problem. And I'm extremely passionate about young people because during my pre-youth days, I had a very rough background, and I focused on them because I don't think they are afforded the attention that they need. And if you look at not only in our country, on the continent and globally, the majority of the population is the youth. And I think if we can get the youth to think properly, to think right, and then have the work ethic that's required to change the world, then in a few years to come things will be better. But if the status quo remains and the young people continue to get left on the side and neglected, then unfortunately we're heading for a doomed future.
Shouldn't we focus mainly on the adults? Because the youth are always looking up to these adults to shape or define what the future holds. You look now, you've got parents who are outside schools demonstrating, burning tires. So shouldn't the focus be the adults and move to the youth?
But you see also the other thing is the parents will not be around for much longer. So there's a saying in Afrikaans. So of course I'm multilingual, so I speak and I understand quite a bit of languages. So in Afrikaans there's a saying that says "Weeg die boompie terwyl jy kan," meaning basically bend the tree while you can. So I'm of that narrative that while the young people are still there, let's give them the skills that they will need to become better parents, because the parents already have the mindset that they have is ingrained. We must also not forget that our current generation of parents are the generation that were in the struggle. So they do have the violent mentality which has been ingrained into them, and it's going to be super difficult to get it out of them. So I'm saying let's not focus on the present, let's prepare for the future. And the best way to do that will be through the young people.
Okay, and you say you want to have a revenue split of 60-40.
So what I was saying there is I can then for the show to not become a burden to the station in terms of remuneration and so forth. I can then go out from my side to go look for advertising, bring advertising, and then split the advertising with the station. In this way, I'll also be able to sustain myself, and then the station also gets something from me using the platform. So that was basically there. But if there's another way.
No, I think it's fine. The only problem, the challenge is that imagine you take 1 million rand as advertising revenue, and you have 600,000. It means you will not be able to support other shows, because if you were to run 24/7, then you may find that the split that builds the station would allow for the station to retain money to pay out for other overheads that will not come to a person who is just driving content.
Yeah, no. So also, I think also what I need to bring to your attention there also, like I said, that proposal is not casting stone, and hence the reason, even in terms of
No, it's a good start because you are thinking about a revenue model. Then the next thing is if you were to sell something, and I'm looking at this proposal, and I want to understand what the problem you are trying to solve is, I may be lost in the details. So I would want to define the problem quickly. What is the problem that I'm trying to solve? So if this show is a problem solver, then I ought to be able to provide that problem solving. You see, what is the key problem that you think this show ought to address?
Okay. I think the key problem would be the mindset, to liberate the mindset of the young African child.
Already you are already getting into a quagmire. Young African child. I can't determine who the listener is, but certainly whoever the listener must find value in what I'm producing. So if we were to address this to say we want to ignite and inspire the human mind to live up to its promise, that the show seeks to unlock the human potential, not the African potential. Would that be acceptable to you?
Yes, it would. And it also then comes back to the same thing where we said earlier on, there is a target market, but people outside of the target market are not blocked from entering. So as much as we are focusing on the target, the message will spread.
I'm saying is if I'm focusing on solving a problem that most human beings, whether they're young or old, sometimes the potential they have is difficult to unlock unless they are in a bigger community where they can be noticed or where their value can be exploited or unlocked. It's not that you are black, it's that you are not in an environment where that potential can be easily and conveniently unlocked. Would you agree?
Yes, I would. I think the angle that you're coming with, Mr. Moore, is that of all inclusivity, which is one which I'm definitely not against.
Yeah, so if we take the inclusivity, then we are saying we want to provide a platform where the demand and supply can meet.
Yeah, for the development then of the human brain.
Where there is knowledge, those who don't have knowledge would want to access knowledge.
Yeah, uninformed shall be informed.
That's right. So you need, all you are trying to do is to provide a platform that allows the people who choose to use the platform to unlock it. Yeah. So that's one side of it. Then if we were to start with the chambers of commerce and industry associations, that tomorrow you call the German Chamber of Commerce and say you have a radio platform where you would want to provide access to German members of the chamber to explain what they do and whether they have any programs that the community.
Wow. And the relevant thing, I think what and I'm smiling now. The reason why I'm smiling is that when I drafted the proposal, I had drafted it just with the African narrative, to say the continent. But I see also now that it's not as much as it's very much needed on the continent. You bring in the global aspect, which makes it.
No, it's not global because the German chamber is in South Africa.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it represents the country which is outside.
No, they represent the South African interests because they are here. They are registered in terms of South Africa. So what we are saying is, if you came from Germany, it's fine. But once you are here, you are one of us.
Yeah, you dance our music, sing the same song.
We have the same challenges.
Yeah.
There is no German water. There is no German air. Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go to the Swiss chamber, the Austrian chamber, and ask them that you have a platform where young people used to think like the way you were thinking, that Germans are foreigners, Swiss are foreigners, Japanese are foreigners, Koreans are foreigners. But now you are now convinced, or you've been convinced, to look at human beings on the basis of the content of their character, not where they were born. So you like to give these chambers a platform to be able to inform the public about what they actually do, what programs are available from their members. And you want to give these people, because you see on radio, there are people talking about white monopoly capital, talking about foreigners. And you have never seen a foreigner who is your neighbor. That's right. So the show is really about connecting and building communities. There will be in that community people who have a German heritage, who have an Arab heritage. They all share one thing in common.
Yeah. Which also comes back to the same thing where you said, like my family's existence is based on quite a number of different nationalities, like from your Portuguese to the Lesotho, as well as from the Xhosa side of things. So
but I'm saying is you still have the difficulty, Lindsay, where you are talking in your proposal, African youth. And who is an African youth?
The young person that's on the African continent.
So why can't you just say the youth?
I on the continent.
No, I'm saying is if they're on the continent, you are in South Africa, so you want to be able to provide content.
Yes.
That also talks to the embassies. That also talks to the different organized groups. You may find they also looking for a channel to express or even showcase what their members are doing.
Yeah.
But they don't have access.
Yeah, the other thing that I'm also looking at now that you broadened my horizon to is the fact that as much as I'm very passionate about young people, the more senior citizens will also, in these cases, they might have programs that can benefit us as young people, and they will probably feel left out if we continue just using the name young people. So I'm opening up now to what it is that you bringing over.
Yeah. So I think if that, and then we can start with anyone of the people, their organized groups, and you can then work from there. So let's start a show that would then have all these organizations, because you may find that there's a lot that is being done by corporate South Africa that we are not capturing.
And information is what a lot of people are lacking.
Yeah. So we need to be able to provide that allows people who need access to information, who need resources, and then we then can work from there.
I'm up for that, and I've already gotten now some nice pointers also to then go back to the proposal. Obviously, things that I didn't know before, now I do. So I'm able then to actually add it and then make the proposal even more powerful than what it currently is.
Yeah. So that's
I'm happy with that.
so that's the way we can build, because I hope you also understand what 1873 stands for.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Huh?
Yes, I do. And I've been saying it's so for me, the main thing when I see the name 1873, the first thing that comes to mind is being borderless.
Yeah.
Is the connectivity.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's that connectivity. Before there was a fence, you could just run to your neighbor and then chill with your neighbor, have a nice time. Now there's a fence, now you need to knock. You want to get there, you must jump over the fence. So to me it signifies that openness.
Yeah. So that is the one side we can look at. Yeah.
That's good from my side. I'm happy with that.
So we can then look and at what we can do to build a society where everyone counts.
And everybody also wants to contribute out of their own, not to the same way they're being forced. Just that the platform should also then open up their eyes to our realities, and they should be able to stand up. Like you always say, it starts with you. It starts with me. So everyone must be able also to say, it starts with me.
Yeah, let me do my bit, and everything will always work.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm saying my bit and your bit and everyone else's bit makes one big change.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy with that. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think, what else do you think we can?
Okay. I think also what I'll do is over tonight and tomorrow, I've got some ideas also that I just want to sit down and work on, and then I'll probably just send additional ideas. I'll drop it on top of that, and I'll just email it directly through to you.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's some brilliant pointers that you gave me there now, which I can definitely work with.
Yeah. So I think that's where we are.
Yeah, for now. Okay. So now then the next communication will be from me.
All right.
Yeah, then I'll just drop you that the email, and then we can then take it up from there again.
Yeah.
But I'm sure with the positive mindset, the intellect, there will be even more brilliant ideas that come up after I've emailed you that, because then you'll be able to interrogate something.
Just hold on. Let me check with this. Hello, may I speak to Mr. Silk?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Who's speaking?
Mawere.
Is it Mutumba?
Yeah.
Hi, Mutumba. How are you?
Compliments.
Yeah, also compliments. All the best. Are you well?
I'm well. I got a young man here. We started a radio station.
Yeah.
And he wants to have a show focusing on the chambers, just to learn what members of different chambers are doing to build a united South Africa.
Okay, that's cool. But you know what, Mutumba? You know that I have resigned of all my duties.
No, that's fine, but you can also share your experiences. As
I came because you see, I started the chamber, and I was over 20 years. I did that, and I was solo chairman, and I've changed my life completely. I've moved away from Johannesburg. I live in Brentburg Bay.
That's even better, because you as long as you can be reached on the phone, because I think young people need people like you. How does it feel to?
But you know what, Mutumba? I'm just meeting a friend now at 5 o'clock. But if he wants, give him my cell phone number.
Yeah.
Let him. He must give me a phone call.
Yeah.
And if I can help you with my experiences or my opinion, with pleasure.
That's right. So his name is Lindsay Vanderbilt. So I'll give him your contact.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. And maybe one day when I'm in Johannesburg, let's have a coffee.
Let's have coffee. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All the best.
Okay. Bye. Hello. Yeah. So.
Okay. So what I'll do is, I've definitely I'm the work on that one, and then I'll bring you the ideas that I've gotten now from yourself as well as from Clint. I'm actually quite excited about.
So tomorrow you can invite Thomas Zilk. He will also tell you who has taken over from him. And young people can also listen to him, phone in, so he can share what you are talking about, and then I'll send you his contacts. Then you you can organize. When we use, you wanted shows Tuesdays, yeah. So you can start. You can start with him,
Okay.
and then let's see how it works from there.
All right. No, that's not a problem. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. So I'll send you his name is Thomas Silk.
Thomas Silk. No
Yeah.
problem. All right. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. See you.
Bye.
Yes, bye.